Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content on this channel as of late. Um, I have a brief announcement about some upcoming videos. They're probably going to be on hold for a little bit. My family has unfortunately felt COVID, so we have to be in quarantine right now. So some of the first impressions videos that I had planned out, I'm probably going to be moving back a couple of days. Um, so, uh, I'll try to watch some stuff on streaming, some films that I was interested in seeing. Um, like the Atom Project, I might check that out. I was curious. I wasn't really all that curious, but I might just check it out. Um, or I might do more topic videos for the time being. So just for this week, it might be a little bit of a questionable week in terms of what types of videos are being put out. Then again, it's always questionable on this channel. Um, so, uh, so yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, just in case there are no videos or there are videos and they're just a bunch of topic videos or whatever. Um, but this is a topic that I have addressed multiple times on this channel, and for very good reason. I've addressed them briefly, but now I feel that I need to dedicate some time to talk about it because the more that this situation, you know, gets brought up, the more gross and uh, the more disturbing that it gets. Um, so yeah. So let's just get into this. And of course, we're talking about Ezra Miller, who I've addressed a few times on this channel. We addressed it when all that stuff in Hawaii was going down. I believe we addressed it again for another incident. Um, it's it's for those who are not aware, just to give some backstory, Ezra Miller, who you guys know as the Flash, and also from the Fantastic Beast franchise, um, has had a pretty rough 2 years, I would say. The past 2 years have been pretty rough. A lot of um, questionable behavior. I would, if I had to take a guess, he's probably an alcoholic based on a lot of his behavior. And now with this new story that's been presented, there's probably more to it. But um, this all started back in, I want to say 2020. Yeah, during the pandemic, I think, um, where Ezra Miller was caught on video choking a woman outside of a bar, um, which is completely, just wrong. There's really no good word for it. It's just, you know, just really ridiculous. Um, and A lot of people thought that video was staged, but turns out it wasn't. It was actually him choking out a woman, um, which just, you know, uh, and at that point, that's when I kind of lost a lot of my respect for him because, anybody who does that is just, just less of a human, in my opinion. If you're going to choke out anybody, man or woman, I view you as less of a human. Um, but uh, but that was just the start of it. I don't know if it was a year or so after, but then um, we were hearing reports about his behavior on set in terms of the Flash and other things, and how he was very demanding and in some ways a bit toxic. Um, and then you get to all the reports about Hawaii, where he was being thrown out of bars and um, apparently went into someone's home, a husband and wife, took their passports and all this sort of stuff. And then there's also now police cam footage of him being arrested outside of a bar, and him in his behavior there is laughable in my opinion. Um, and now we have a whole brand new set of accusations regarding uh, regarding a girl, I forget her name, but um, a girl that Ezra met when she was 12, and apparently Ezra took 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 an interest, and they've been together for a while. I'm not sure in a romantic type setting. I don't know, um, but there's reports from the parents that he was being very abusive, punched her, and uh, manipulated her into thinking that she has a particular uh, uh, gender identity. Just really um, really disturbing stuff when you really put it all in context. Um, and to top it all off, the thing I learned this morning, thanks to the internet, the court ordered the because the parents put out an order to the court for, I don't know what type of order it was, um, but the court granted it, and authorities went to Ezra to serve said order, and they can't find him. They can't find him. Apparently, no agent or person related to Ezra. Apparently, nobody knows where he is. So it's just turning into a really ugly situation, um, and I've said it once before, and I've said it twice, and now I'll say it again. In regards to Ezra Miller, the guy is a crook, and the guy is slimy. Just you know, just he's just a very despicable human being, and I sincerely hope that he gets removed from Hollywood. I think that this type of behavior should not be allowed, and all these accusations coming out, especially when the court grants such order, because I don't think the court just grants orders based on like no evidence whatsoever. I think that they have to have some kind of proof to back up their claims, and it's a really, and also the apparently the girl who's now 18, by the way, she put out a statement, and if you read the statement with knowing what we now know about Ezra and just how they were communicating, the statement reads as somebody who is under loads of manipulation and cannot see what the other person is doing to them. So yeah, it's a really disturbing situation, and it's just really just it. What amuses me is that the studio has not done anything up to this point. It's been about now 2 or 3 years since all these things have been going on. The studio has yet to do anything. And I know what you guys have been, clamoring for is, oh, they should remove him from The Flash. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen, because the movie has already been shot, and they're not going to invest like 200 or 300 million just to reshoot the entire movie. And I think that he's like playing multiple characters in that movie. So they're not going to do that. So they're obviously going to release the film with Ezra Miller as the star of said film. The problem is just business relations moving forward. I hope that anybody who is working with Ezra or had plans to work with Ezra are just cutting ties, because the man does not deserve to be in Hollywood. Plain and simple. He does not deserve it. He is an absolute monster from what I'm hearing. Just like the police cam footage kind of confirmed it for me, because he just sounded very entitled. And he was like waving his he's like, oh, I'm this and I'm that, so you can't touch me or you can't do this. And he was doing what any entitled person does, which is wave the Constitution in the police officer's face. I have rights. I have this. I go by the First Amendment or whatever. All entitled people do that sort of thing instead of just owning up to the fact that they're wrong, and they have to be, they have to be given consequences for their actions. So I sincerely hope that studios now are going to make a statement. I hope that they are going to cut ties with Ezra. And a lot of people have been comparing, from what I've heard, a lot of people have been comparing the situation to the Johnny Depp situation. Now, you guys know my thoughts on the Johnny Depp thing. I completely believe Johnny. Not 100%, because I've now seen the whole trial. Thank God that he won. Um, but, um, but, uh, but there are some issues with his alcoholism and all that stuff. But you can't really compare these two situations because they're very different. For one, Ezra's situation, he already shot his film. Johnny, I don't believe, filmed his Fantastic Beast part by the time he was fired. Um, so, you know, different situations. What is common between the two, though, if you put them, side by side, and they both happen at the exact same time, if Ezra was to be removed and this was to happen, which with the Johnny stuff with the Fantastic Beasts, the common thing between both is that at their times we didn't know what was true. So we were not aware to how Johnny was actually behaving and actually how he was. And the same thing goes for Ezra. Um, I mean, even though there is a lot of evidence to support that he's a monster, um, we don't know all the facts yet. We don't know what this relationship, if it was, entails. We don't know if Ezra was just being really friendly. But all the stories that have been piling up for the last like 2 or 3 years, with the alcohol, with the getting into fights, by the way, in Hawaii, like multiple fights, getting multiple police calls. A whole month of this stuff, by the way. It was a whole month. It wasn't like a few weeks. It was a whole month of just violent acts and alcohol abuse, just being thrown out of places, being completely drunk, and almost all the time that he is using his star power to get out of it. Um, which is why I say the guy is just so toxic and just absolutely does not deserve the fame that he has right now. I don't believe that this man deserves um, to be like he'll be in the Flash, because that's just that he was lucky, I guess. I guess, with finishing the movie and then having all this stuff happen, because don't get it fixed. If the movie was still being filmed right now, if they were in the middle of filming and all this stuff happened, they would have removed him. They would absolutely remove him. Um, but they can't now because the movie has been done. I believe they're still on, like, they're pretty close to finishing up on post, um, or at least they're getting there. Um, like you're in a kind of a bad situation. Um, it's going to be really hard to market that film too because of all the stuff going on. Um, at least it might be. So I sincerely hope that he gets removed. I hope that people just stop working with him because the guy is just I like it's just really disturbing, and it's just really ridiculous that every single week we're hearing something like it should be common sense. If you hear something worse every single week about a particular person and you are working with that person, you should remove yourself from said person. Plain and simple. Like, I don't understand what the holdup is for studios. They should just remove the man. Every single week we are hearing something worse and worse about Ezra. And I feel like with the sexual allegations, especially when it involves a minor, um, this is stuff that you have to take super seriously, and you have to make quick actions. So, um, so I hope that they are, you know, looking or just working on a statement right now or something, because this is just all the stuff I've been hearing about him is just like like I thought that the Hawaii thing was the worst of it. I thought that, okay, well, clearly he's an alcoholic and he needs some help, um, which I still say the same. I still think that he needs to go to therapy. I still think that he needs to get into rehab. Um, like, I really think that he needs help, and that help is one, getting removed from Hollywood, and two, getting placed into an institution or whatever, and getting the help that he needs, desperately needs, and then also maybe jail time if the uh, if the allegations revolving around that child is true. So, um, so yeah, it's just getting worse and worse and worse for him, and I sincerely hope that studios just cut ties from him. And um, I you guys know my stance on superhero movies. I wasn't really interested to see the Flash anyway, beyond like maybe the Michael Keaton element, but um, so so I'm not making like a stand or anything like, oh, I'm not gonna go see this movie because Ezra's starring in it. No, I mean if he's starring in a movie and I find that movie to be interesting, I'll still see it because art's you have to separate the art from the artist. It's not just about who's starring in it; it's about the work itself. Like The Pianist is my favorite movie of the 2000s era, and that was directed by Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski is a horrible person, but he's a great filmmaker. You have to be able to uh, you have to be able to separate the art from the artist. Um, so, uh, but yeah, this is just all the stuff I'm hearing about Ezra is just really sickening. Um, and I sincerely hope that studios are looking to get him removed as quick as possible because he really needs the help, like desperately needs the help. So, and a lot of things are going to be happening here. There's going to be courts. There's going to be this and that. Assuming that this is all real, like I said, institution, therapy, rehab, jail time. Like he's got a lot of things coming down the pipe, and I hope that studios are not being ignorant and thinking people will not hear about this or talk about this because now more people are talking about it. So I hope that they make the right call in just removing him, not only for their sake, but for his sake as well. So that he can begin his journey of healing, jail time, like justice being served, and just getting him to the place that he absolutely needs to be. Not what he wants, but what he needs. So yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Ezra. Just all the stuff coming out about him. It's just really sickening. So we'll see what next week has to, like, literally, like every week it feels like we're hearing something new about him. So I mean, I don't know what else could happen, what else we could hear about the man, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys let me know your thoughts on Ezra Miller. Do you guys think that he should be removed? I hope you do. Just, are you planning on seeing The Flash, or are you planning on still seeing his movies? Can you separate the art from the artist? You guys let me know your thoughts on all this stuff. And like I said, we're in a little bit of a hiatus, so if there's no videos, just know that my family and I are in quarantine. And if there are more videos, it might be like more topic related type videos. So yeah. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.